But Def, this is typically your kind of section, and this week we didn't have a ton of company news or anything to talk about. So I know there's some big Chicago news in the MLB this past week. So what do you got for us?
Well, I'm smiling because I feel like we might get Drew fired up here. I know he was wanting some Chicago baseball news, and that's exactly what he got last week. First off, the White Sox traded Garrett Crochet to the Red Sox. The cool thing with that is that they got Braden Montgomery back, and for us as a company, Braden Montgomery was a Super 60 kid back in 2021. Drew is actually repping a Super 60 hat right now, convenient, and the quarter zip. Check him out. That's a company man right there. So that happened with the White Sox, and then over on the north side, for you guys, I think we might have split feelings here, but the Cubs acquired Kyle Tucker from the Astros, which, depending on who you talk to, your opinion, I mean, that's a big time bat going to the Cubs. As a Reds fan on this call, I hate it. But I know for you guys, unless you're Drew, it might fire you up a little bit. So,
Well,
go
actually,
ahead.
Tyler, I saw, yeah, I think it actually was this morning or maybe yesterday at night. I was scrolling through Twitter and some Cubs fan page had posted a bat of Kyle Tucker's when he was with the Astros, and I don't remember the full details of it, who he was facing, but it was a right-handed reliever who was throwing
It's Felix
like
Bautista.
101, 102. Say it again.
Felix Bautista in the
Yes.
World
Was it the
Series,
Orioles?
or would that have been the World Series? No, playoffs. Something.
Well,
Playoff.
anyway, yeah, he was like taking, fouling him off, really getting taking a good count, and then he finished the at bat with a home run to right field. And yeah, I'm pretty excited about it just from what I've seen, what you've said, Def, some of his stats, like looking through his baseball reference page. So no, it's I think it seems like a pretty good thing to get a good bat like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was mixed feelings at first, but he's a top 20 player in the MLB, I would think.
Oh yeah.
Just open up the wallet, Tom. Like, I'm good to see him just start spending at this point. And I heard that they're in the market now for like some good starting pitching. I don't know, maybe they turn Bellinger into something with like the bullpen pieces, and then I don't know. We'll see. There definitely needs to be some other stuff done. Like, this is not Kyle Tucker does not make the Cubs a contender just on his own, but it's a good start.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see what happens with it. Just with the fact that they have control of Tucker for 1 year, I'm hoping that they lock him up for more than just 1 year. But there was also another trade, Tyler, and as you were talking, I wanted to mention it. Just kind of popped in my head. But Caleb Durbin was a part of a big trade for Devin Williams, the reliever for the Brewers that is going to the Yankees. Um, Caleb Durbin was a 2018 grad from Lake Forest, went to Wash U down in Missouri, and they're high on him. Everything I'm hearing about the trade is he's like an elite bat to ball guy, can really, really run. So just it's cool. First off, Braden Montgomery being a piece of that Garrett Crochet deal, the fact that he was a Super 60 guy was maybe one of the best Super 60 guys that we've had come to the Super 60 that I've seen in person. Like, we had Jared Kelenic, Max Clark. I think Braden Montgomery can fit right in that mix of just like high level superstars that we've seen come through the Super 60. And I know I'm missing some Alec Thomas, and there's plenty more that have. Gavin Lux is another one. But then the Caleb Durbin, just to see an Illinois prospect that went D3, that is a huge piece of a big trade is really cool for me, Tyler. So yeah, hoping for the best with the Cubs, the White Sox, hopefully loading up the farm system. I know the big thing with the Cubs trades for Tucker was that they didn't lose any of their like top prospects, or at least the list is still really strong. So we'll see what happens here with the rest of the free agency.
And one little fun nugget about that, the Cubs now have the number 1 overall pick from the 2015 draft in Dansby Swanson, number 5 now with Kyle Tucker, and then number 9 with Ian Happ. And I actually remember watching that draft because Illinois baseball was playing Vanderbilt in the regional or super regional at Illinois. And Dansby Swanson was on that Vanderbilt team, and he got the call on the field after Vanderbilt beat Illinois. So I remember seeing that, and that was super cool. So now The Cubs have 3 first-round picks from that draft, which is pretty cool.
Gavin, what year was that?
2015.
Because you're talking about Dansby Swanson being the top pick or whatever, but Illinois had a top 10 pick that same year.
Tyler J, right? He was the 6th overall pick.
I was just going to look it up because you started talking about it. I was like, I swear Tyler J was on that list too.
Yeah, Tyler J was number 6, I believe. And he had started that game, if I remember right, and he also got the call right after that game, which was pretty cool too. And honestly, that Illinois team had a lot of really good players on it. I mean, just pitchers that I remember is Jay, Drayson Johnson got drafted to the Rockies that year. Duchesne. Right?
Duchesne out of Joliet Catholic, the lefty, Kevin Duchesne, just could flat pitch. I know he would like pitch on Fridays. What's that?
Cody Sedlock, I think, was a sophomore on that team, and then the next year he got drafted. I think is how it went down. He was the first round pick to the Orioles. But no, that was a really good team. That was fun to watch him.